What's up, you guys? Welcome back to 2740 Solutions, home of the best trained, highest paid, and fittest problem solvers on the planet. Today, we're crushing fitness. So before we get into how to do a muscle up, which I'll get into why you guys need to know how to do a muscle up if you don't already, but just a quick reminder, 1,000 subscriber giveaway for these Power Beats Pro. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. You're automatically entered to win these Power Beats Pro. I will Amazon Prime a brand new Power Beats Pro, both earbuds. I'm not just sending you one, I'm sending you both. I like to wear one just because it lets me keep one ear open for the public, you know what I'm saying? Walking around outside in these crazy 2020 times, gotta make sure you know what's going on. Make sure you see what's going on with your dogs, with the stray cats out there. So if you're a dog person, hit that like button. If you can already do a muscle up, hit that like button and subscribe so you guys can win at 1,000 subs. So with that being said, why do we, and I dropped that, as sales professionals need to know how to do a muscle up? Well, 83% of statistics are made up, and I'm going to make another one up, and I'm going to bet that every salesman who knows how to do a muscle up is probably better than a salesperson who does not know how to do a muscle up. So with that being said, I'm going to teach you guys how to do a muscle up, not CrossFit style, not the butterfly crazy stuff that makes you, just overextend your shoulders and do all this crazy stuff. I'm going to teach you how to do more like the park style, the more strict style muscle up. And yes, there is a kip involved, which is momentum, but it is not some sort of crazy butterfly, orangutan, crazy looking flailing stuff. So appreciate you guys tuning in for this first iteration of our fitness content. My earbud is still on the ground, but that's all right. We're going to push on. I'm going to go pull up our video. We're going to scroll over here. Oh, Dodge.com. We're going to be building our charger later. We'll go to YouTube. Check that out. Let's go. We're already on 2740 Solutions. Oh, look at that. First video up. All right. So no views. I appreciate you guys if you want to watch this video. So I uploaded a version of this video that does not have me voicing over. So this is the voiceover version. The version that we're clicking on right now is the version that is a non-voiceover, so that when you guys get there, you can actually, maybe not have me blabbing away if you want the more condensed version. So with that being said, we're actually going to speed up to the part where we're going to start, which is right about here. And then we're going to jump right into it.
Voiceover.
All right, so this is just me banging out a couple of muscle ups so that you guys see what the end result is going to be, so we have our target in mind. Now keep in mind that my muscle ups have a knee kick, so I'm using my legs as momentum just basically vertically, and I keep tension in my abs and my triceps. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do before you even try to do anything that's associated with muscle ups is ideally you should be able to do 10 pretty good foreign pull-ups. Now, I would consider myself above average at pull-ups, but I'm by no means great at pull-ups. I'm 6'3", I weigh about 220. I got arms that are super long. I'm still pretty skinny though, so don't have a great body for pull-ups. I've worked on them a lot, and I could probably do 15 to 20 consecutive very strict pull-ups, but to be able to do a muscle up quickly, you should be able to do about 10 pull-ups. Now, if you can't, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and start doing this progression for muscle ups, but you will want to start working on your pull-up game so you can do about 10 strict pull-ups. With that being said, we are going to do our warm-up first. So this is step 0 of the progression, is warming up and getting your hand placement correct. So as you guys can see in this video, here, I'll maximize it for y'all. So as you guys can see in this video, my hands are just about shoulder width apart. Basically, naturally, when you put your arms up, you want your arms to go naturally to the bar. So it's a neutral grip. That's what we call a neutral grip. It's not too wide. It's not a narrow grip. It's neutral. Here, I'm just going to do some regular strict pull-ups, and I'm not doing a dead hang. I'm tall, so this bar is not quite tall enough for me to do a dead hang. But the idea is for me just to get used to my grip being neutral and doing some warm-ups so that I don't pull my shoulder out, hurt my lats or hurt my back or something like that. So here's a couple reps of me just kind of warming up so that you guys have an idea of how you can warm up as well. Working out the shoulders real quick before we actually start pulling up. Doing some relatively strict pull-ups. Resetting every time. Alright, it looks like I only did about 5 minutes, but remember, we're practicing muscle ups. A big thing for this progression is not doing too many reps. So I like to do it in sets of 3s, and you guys will see that. So I only did about five pull-ups to warm up, and that's because you don't want to wear out your grips. You don't want to wear out your grip strength. You don't want to wear out your forearms or get your shoulders or your biceps really tired, because they're all muscle groups that are not super strong. I mean, your lats and your back are very strong muscle groups, but your grip and your forearms and your biceps will get tired throughout this progression. So I don't want to tax those too much. So think in sets of 3s when you guys are warming up. Just do, a couple sets of 3 push-ups, a couple sets of 3 pull-ups just to get rolling. Maybe go on the assault bike or something like that, just to get the blood flowing. But so basically let's move to step 1. So step 1 is going to be aggressive pull-ups. What do I mean by aggressive pull-ups? Well, check it out right here. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up farther than just my chin over the bar. So when you do a standard pull-up, you're just pulling up, chin is going over the bar, and you're going back down. For these I call them aggressive pull-ups. I'm sure there's another term for them. I'm pulling up basically as high as I can without doing anything crazy. So I'm pulling up and trying to keep that momentum going to get used to that really hard thrust upward, and over is getting my chest to the bar, not just getting my chin to the bar, my chest to the bar. So watch a couple more. Remember, I'm only doing 3 reps though, because I'm not trying to tire myself out for subsequent steps. Now, if you guys don't feel comfortable with your hands leaving the bar like mine were, then you don't have to do that. Just work on a fast, aggressive pull-up, trying to get your chest to the bar, not your chin, your chest, because ultimately, where the decisive point of the muscle up, the thing that's going to make or break you is if you're able to get your sternum up to the bar, because once your sternum's on the bar, you're good to go. Because once your sternum's up, you can just go like, scoop, elbows come up, and all you got to do is a half a dip. And pretty much everybody can do a half a dip, so you'll be good there. If you can do 10 pull-ups, like I said, you're already strong enough to do a muscle up if you can do 10 pull-ups. So that was step 1. Step 1 is 3 aggressive pull-ups. That's how I call it, aggressive pull-ups. Keep in mind, I've taught about 50 people to do this. I'm as a platoon leader here at Fort Campbell. I was able to teach my platoon of various body types, whether it was a 220-pound, 6-foot guy that had no business on a pull-up bar, or whether it was some 130-pound guy who ran a 10-minute 2-mile and did 100 push-ups in 10 seconds. So I've taught a lot of different body types how to do this, and this is the methodology that I've seen work across the board. So just go ahead and believe in it, do it for a couple weeks, and I guarantee you guys will see results, as long as you're also working on, being able to do 10 pull-ups, being able to push up your body weight, either benching your body weight or doing push-ups, stuff like that. So step 2. All right, so step 2. So you guys can see me shaking my head right there. Step 2 is all about not starting under the bar. You do not want to be directly under the bar. You want to be behind the bar. And the reason for that is you cannot go through the bar. When you're doing a muscle up, you physically cannot go through the bar to get on top. You need to go slightly around it or very around it, depending on how you do your muscle up. So the main point of step 2 is starting behind the bar, because that's going to get your swing going, and it's going to make sure that you're not trying to do the impossible, which would be to pull yourself or push yourself through a metal bar. So with that being said, let's get into the rest of step 2, which involves jumping onto the bar and then doing our swing into our kip. Onto the bar, starting the swing. Still that neutral grip, and that's the kip right there. So notice when I did the kip, I did not even break my elbows. When I'm doing the kip, my elbows stay locked the entire time, and I'm able to get halfway up because of my momentum, the tension in my triceps and my shoulders and my abs and my legs too. The kip allows you to basically do no work with your biceps or your other weak muscles and it allows you to get out of the way of the bar, so that then it's less of a pull up and more of a pull towards the bar, so that you can get that sternum on top of the bar, and then the rest is history. You guys are going to be good to go. So remember, you're jumping onto the bar, behind the bar. We're going to go back a little more. So yeah, behind the bar. So see how that naturally lets me start swinging. If you guys start under the bar, you have to generate your own momentum. It makes you more tired. It's not the right, it's just not the right progress for you guys to get it going. Also, if you guys ever went on a swing as a kid, this kip is the opposite. You're piking on the way back, and then you're extending on the way forward. Piking with your butt back on the way back, and then extending with your hips through on the way forward, because that gets your butt and your chest out of the way of the bar so you can come up and get over it, all right? So if you're thinking about swinging as a kid, it's the opposite. Yes, you are swinging forward and backwards, but when you come back, you want your butt to come back, and then when you come through, you want to come through, and that's the slightly CrossFit style part of this. So again, watch me as I'm kipping. Now, full disclosure here, if it doesn't look like I do this when I do my muscle ups, that's because I don't. I do more of a knee kip, which is more vertical. It's a little bit of, it makes my muscle up look stricter. It makes me look like I just get on the bar and I'm like, whoop. Now, I learned how to do a muscle up like I'm showing you guys right now. And again, like I said, step 2, the secondary thing for it is the kip, is the swing. The first thing is just starting behind the bar. So the best part of step 2 is just getting you to start not under the bar, because if you start under the bar, I guarantee you're not gonna be able to do a muscle up unless you already know how to. So step 2, most important thing, start behind the bar, jump onto the bar, swing, do some sort of kip, ideally the one I'm showing you right now, just to get into that habit of getting your chest and your hips out of the way of the bar, so then you can pull yourself up and get on up there. Now, for the final step, keeps zoning me out. So here I'm just showing you guys that you can't do a muscle up if you just start straight under the bar, because you physically cannot pull yourself through the bar. So just a little bit of joking right here. All right, and here's the real deal. So I want you guys to do these muscle ups one at a time. And even if you don't get it on the first time, I want you to try all 3 times. Now, if you guys are having a really tough time, you can use a partner. I will do a subsequent video with my wife, Meg. She is on her way to doing her first muscle up. She's very close already. And yeah, so this works with guys, it works with girls, it works with your dog. I got Davy Jones over here doing pirate muscle ups as a pup, So if you guys don't get it, still make sure you're trying, because the third step is trying that muscle up. Now, I will show you after this, there's another clip in here of how to work on the transition from pull up to the whole dip push up. And it's after this if you don't have anyone to work with. However, if you have a buddy to help you out, they can help you with a little bit of kick, a little bit of 10, 20, 30 pounds of help, and you'd be surprised how little they need to help you to actually get up and do a real muscle up. So I will show you in another video how to do that, but make sure you try to do it 3 times. Even if you have to chicken wing it, be careful, because you can throw your shoulder out or hurt your lats. But even if you have to chicken wing it, a lot of it is just like a mental block, getting out of the way of the bar and getting that sternum up onto the bar so that you can do your little push up on top. I'm going to do 2 more reps for y'all, and then we'll do our one little, if you can't do it, this is how you improve on your transition. All right, so that last one I really did it like kind of the more strict way, the more knee kipping way. But those first two I really did with the pike, where I come back, get out of the way of the bar, and then whoop up on top. So this now is the little extra trick that I have when I have people who cannot do muscle ups right away, and who are, so let's say I have you know, some of my fittest soldiers I've ever had, or just fittest people I work with. They're real fit. Maybe they can do 10, 20, 30 pull-ups, but they just can't get out of their way. They can't get out of the way of the bar. I'll have them load up a squat bar at about chest height, and I will have them, you will see here, I'll have them do this exercise to get used to transitioning from that pull-up to that push-up, and it really helps them. It's just a muscle memory thing. So just check it out, and then we'll explain it a little more. So notice I am jumping a little bit. You can give yourself as much or as little help as you need, but it's letting you, even if you are not able to do it from a dead hang, it's letting you do the full muscle up motion with little to no risk, as long as you put enough weight on the bar and as long as you have nothing that you're gonna land on or hit your head on. This is allowing you to get that muscle memory, because your body is not used to this whole pull and then transition and then push. It's the transition that gets a lot of the people that are the fittest, but that can't do it. So again, if you're not even able to do the 10 pull-ups, I'd recommend working on your pull-up game. Anything that is a heavy pull, that's gonna help your pull-up game. If you are very fit and you already can crush a ton of push-ups, you're already benching like crazy, and it's more of a flexibility or a muscle memory thing, this is the exercise that's gonna get you there. And also having a buddy, you know, a guy or a gal, help you with just popping your foot up while you're doing a dead hang, a muscle up attempt will also help you get up there. So I will do a follow-up video with my wife, Megan. She is very, very close to getting a muscle up on her own. In my opinion, that's very impressive for her. So I'm excited to show you guys that. I'll go ahead and finish out this video with just a couple more of me doing, you know, the full fluid muscle ups, but appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, almost. What's up, you guys? Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys want more fitness videos like this, go ahead and hit that like button or hit a comment below on what you want me to hit on. I already got a bunch planned, but I'm willing to do any type of crazy fitness stuff you guys want. Don't forget that we got a bunch of promotions down in the description below. 2 free stocks with Webull. Got an extra free stock with Robinhood. Check us out on Instagram for a lot of car content. Got a little bit of fitness content on there too. We got more sales training stuff coming up as well. And yeah, that's about it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys are getting discouraged there, just go to the gym, do something hard. Muscle ups are one of the hardest things to do, especially for people who aren't used to doing a lot of pull-ups. So props to you guys for trying it out, and I'm sure you guys are gonna be doing it in no time. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you for the next video.